Alright, what is going on, guys? My name is Leo Master, and today, guys, we have a lot of Overwatch League news. It is crazy what has happened these past couple of hours with the Los Angeles Valiant. It's going to be the base of the video today. So at the start of the video, we're going to go over some stuff that has been old for a little bit now. Going to go over it for a little bit, kind of skim through it, and then we're going to talk about the big stuff, which is the Los Angeles Valiant. So obviously, go ahead and talk about one of the biggest things that has happened recently. It is Ants. He has retired from the Overwatch League, no longer on the Shock anymore. And I will say, this is not really surprising at all, because there was a lot of talk during the season, that he had a lot of mental problems, depression, anxiety, a lot of stress, and, he doesn't want to deal with that again. It's one of those things where at least do it one season, give it a shot, and then see how it does at the end of the season if you didn't like it, if you weren't happy about it. And it almost didn't seem like that, and he is going to retire, but he is going to keep streaming, which is what he did actually before he joined the Shock. If you guys did not know, he was actually retired before he did join the San Francisco Shock, and he was actually streaming, and then he joined the Shock, and he was insane, right? One of the best hit scans, if not the best hit scan of Season 3 of Overwatch League. Now he's retiring again, but he's actually going to stream once again, but he's going to stream on a different website other than Twitch. If I'm correct, I think it's called Alfreca, something like that. I think he got a contract for that. I think I might be wrong in the name a little bit, but he did get a contract for that. But we'll still see him. He'll still be playing Overwatch, but he is no longer on the Shock anymore. He is retired, and hopefully this is the right move for him. I think it is the right move for him, when it comes to his mental, and I definitely think he'll be a lot more happy streaming once again, because that's what he was doing previously, and he did it consistently as well. So I'm happy to see that he did the moves that's going to help him, and also Shock is letting him do what he wants. Now to the next thing, it is Paris Eternal, and they have signed a new coach, and the new coach they have signed, you guys probably know at this point as well, is Jmac. And now y'all might be surprised why they signed Jmac as a Paris Eternal coach, but Jmac has been actually a really good coach in Contenders. Jmac in Contenders was coaching this team called Dark Mode, and as soon as Jmac kind of joined, this team looked really good. Just for picking up Jmac, who was a player for the London Spitfire, and then turned into a coach for the Dark Mode team in Contenders, this team instantly looked upgraded just from this one signing. They also got Muma as a coach as well, and Muma was a player on Dark Mode at one point too, not for long though, and then he went to Revival, and then he went back to coach Dark Mode, and Jmac, now proving himself instantly that he's a good coach from doing Dark Mode. Obviously went through trials for the Paris Eternal, and now Paris Eternal has Jmac. I think this is a good pickup for Paris Eternal, off of what Jmac has already done in Contenders, and that's really impressive so far what he has done in Contenders, and now he's going to bring that to the Overwatch League with Paris Eternal, and also with Get Amaze, which is something I wanted to see with the Paris Eternal, getting another coach. They had Get Amaze. I said he couldn't do it by himself. He at least needed one or two more coaches. They now got the coach. It is Jmac, and I think this is honestly going to be their final thing. Unless they sign someone throughout the rest of the season, which I can 100% see happening, but other than that, I definitely think Jmac is going to be their final signing for now, for a hot minute. Then on to the last thing we're going to talk about. This is the last thing before we get into the LA Valiant situation. Toronto Defiant has released Glitch as an assistant coach, mutually parted ways, and Glitch also said right after that, he couldn't move to Toronto. This was going to be his last thing, kind of, but now he's going to be done with Overwatch League and going to do his studies once again, and that's basically it. Glitch is not going to be coaching anymore, which honestly sucks. I honestly thought he was a really good coach when he was in Contenders, and also through his time, he had in the Overwatch League. It wasn't that long of a time in the Overwatch League, but he had some moments, and they definitely looked a little bit better when Glitch joined. But other than that, it sucks to see him gone. I definitely think this could have been a good season for him, now how the team's turning out. But other than that, it does suck to see Glitch gone. He was actually a really good coach throughout his entire time in the Overwatch scene, but he's gone now, but he's going to do his studies, which he wanted to do as well. Now let's talk about the Los Angeles Valiant. The biggest thing that has happened this past day, it has been insane what is going on with the LA Valiant. The first thing they said at the start of the day, which was alright, nothing huge, is basically they said they're going to play in the APAC region. They're going to China to play for the Overwatch League next season. Now, alright, that's pretty decent for now. It's not huge, and they're going to play in the APAC region. Got it. And this is where it gets juicy. I'm just going to throw so many tweets at y'all, and we're going to talk about it right after. So obviously we have the main man, Halo of Thoughts, coming out with all the leaks for the Los Angeles Valiant. So let's go ahead and start with the first tweets he put out. It is this: according to multiple sources, Immortals Gaming Club have sold the Los Angeles Valiant to a currently unknown to me Chinese organization. Also, according to sources, the new Valiant owner does want a team with a heavy Chinese influence, meaning there are likely incoming roster moves for the Valiant before the season starts due to the new owner wanting Chinese talent. I have reached out for comment to the Valiant and will update when I receive a response. Then right after this, he also said this: update, according to multiple sources, the entire current Valiant roster are set to be dropped after the minimum player signing window is shut. Players are now scrambling to find new teams. Further to this and clarity, this does include the Valiant's coaching staff as well. Then also, right after this, the LA Valiant basically shuts this down. We would like to confirm that this rumor is false. IGC will continue to own the LA Valiant, and we are excited about the opportunity to grow the brand's global reach this year. Then Halo of Thoughts responds to this and says, okay, I'm happy to double down on this one. A deal has been / is in the process of being completed. Then some small tweets once again. We have Sungwoo, who is a coach for the LA Valiant, and a former player Apply, basically tweeting some stuff out, kind of almost confirming, or it could be a joke, we don't know. Swungwoo does like a little crying emoji, and then Apply says, I'm gonna keep it 99 because I be lying sometimes. He also put it with the LA Valiant response about shutting the rumor down, basically saying that they are lying. So that was all of the tweets that were probably the biggest thing you could have got, on Thursday with everything going on at the LA Valiant. This is absolutely crazy on what's going on. The signing window is almost here, and if not already is done, if I'm sure. I haven't checked the date before making this video, but other than that, I know we're near it, or it's already done. And I gotta say, one thing before we go into it, I'm feeling really bad for Adam. Adam got signed to the LA Valiant, and now he's not even going to play for the LA Valiant, most likely. Let's keep this in mind. This could be completely wrong. Halo of Thoughts was kind of wrong a little bit this season. Not a lot, like 4 or 5 things wrong out of all the 50 plus he got right this season. So it's hard to say when it comes to Halo of Thoughts, but definitely take this as a rumor if you want to. But Halo of Thoughts seems really confident about these leaks he's putting out right now. And normally when he's wrong, he comes out being wrong pretty fast, but he's not saying he's wrong so far. And it looking like these are true, and I would not be surprised if this was the case too. There was a lot of situations that LA Valiant last season, they ended up being good, and now there's going to be situations now with the LA Valiant this season, most likely, also going to a Chinese roster. Who could be on that Chinese roster? I have no clue. They could get some talent that's already in the Overwatch League, kind of like Liga, but other than that, I have a hard time seeing who they could pick up. A lot of the best Chinese contenders talent is already in the Overwatch League with Kaneki, Gaga, Liga, and some other supports out there in the league as well. They're already picked up, so it's going to be very hard for LA Valiant to pick up some new players right now. And on top of this, some of the players, right? You have KSP, who's going to go. Maybe he'll go to the London Spitfire. Don't see it happening, though, after they have Sparker and also Hybrid. Going to be hard to see KSP go anywhere. So it's really hard to see LA Valiant do this. Almost feels last minute, very last minute, seeing them do this with the roster, also the coaching staff. They had a great coaching staff for years now, packing 10, and then the assistant coaches they got throughout each season. It's weird to see this happen to the LA Valiant. I will say, I'm not going to go 100% into it just yet, because this is a full day with like leaks or rumors, however you want to say it. LA Valiant did shut it down for a second. Halo's really confident, like I said already. So there's a lot going on. I'm just like with you. I have no idea what's going on. I just want to go and report to this in case no one's seen this or they want to hear some speculation for fun. And it's going to be interesting what's going to happen with this team. Maybe expect their ding or two these upcoming days with the LA Valiant. Maybe they'll slowly start releasing players, anything can happen with the LA Valiant right now. Anyways, guys, that is going to be it for me. If you guys want to stay more in tune with Overwatch League news and Overwatch League stuff in general, don't forget to subscribe down below. Also, don't forget to join my Discord down below as well, and don't forget to follow my Twitter and my Twitch, and don't forget to hit that bell, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.